Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I have quite the video to share with you guys as I have in front of me here 20 years of LEGO Harry Potter and evolution at its finest in most ways. Except for those square windows, more on that later. Anyway, in this video, I have right here to my left the 2001 LEGO Harry Potter Hogwarts Castle, which was the very first Hogwarts Castle that we ever got in LEGO form. Compared to that, we have the 2021 LEGO Harry Potter Chamber of Secrets set, which indeed in itself is a remake of its older counterpart. Now, the age gap between these sets is exactly 20 years on the dot, hence the 20-year anniversary of Harry Potter. And honestly, this feels really cool just looking at it because I feel like I own a piece of LEGO history, and it's just so cool. Anyway, in this video, I'll be comparing them both together, discussing the pros and cons of each ones, as of now, at least. Just give me a little more time. I currently don't own the Chamber of Secrets set from 2002, the one with the basilisk, which is why it isn't in today's video. If I ever get my hands on that, I'll probably compare that Chamber of Secrets against the one that we have in 2021. But for now, I don't have it. I haven't purchased it yet, but I do plan on getting it in the near future. So stay tuned. Now for some more background information, the set to our left here retailed for $90 in the US and comes with a grand total of 682 pieces and 9 minifigures. And of course here, the infamous Chamber of Secrets set from 2021 comes with a grand total of 1,176 pieces, 10 minifigures, a golden Voldemort minifig, and of course, the basilisk. Now this here retails for $130 in the United States of America. And with that being said, let's hop right into the video and dive in head on with this comparison. So to start this video off with a bang, I figured I would start off by taking a look at the rather extensive minifigure selections for each of the sets, starting with the 2001 Hogwarts, which features Peeves, of course, my favorite out of this set, Dumbledore, the Gryffindor Knight there, Hagrid, Harry, Hermione, Ronald Weasley, and Draco Malfoy. Moving on from the yellow-faced minifigures, we have its competitor, the minifigure selection of the Chamber of Secrets set featuring the very nice basilisk there, which I won't really be focusing on in this video because I don't have the older Chamber of Secrets basilisk, so this is all you're going to see of this guy right here. See ya! Now, it is pretty obvious which set has the better minifigure selection. Obviously, the 2021 set featuring Golden Voldemort, which is a must-have. We also have Gilderoy Lockhart. And overall, just a really cool minifigure selection compared to the vintage 2001 minifigures that I think look okay. So let me know in the comments down below which set has the better minifigure selection. I think it has to be the 2021 set because the characters are so much cooler. Right here we just have the mustard trio, and that's pretty much it for the minifigure selection. Now let's take a look at the side builds of each of the sets and compare them. So right here, the side build for the 2001 Hogwarts Castle features a little boathouse gateway of sorts, if you will, which looks quite nice, featuring the sand green color scheme and a printed piece there for some bricks. And of course, we have the little reddish brown boat there. Pretty cute, pretty snazzy. It can just fit through right there. Not terrible. Yeah, for a side build. And looking at this set right here, considering that everything is connected, the only side build, if you will, that we have is the basilisk, which is looking very sharp there. I know I said a whole bunch of bad things about it before in the past. I still don't like those fan bags, but I guess it's okay for what it is. The detail is pretty cool, especially around the face. I guess only around the face, and that's about it. Apart from the basilisk, there isn't really much in terms of side builds. So yeah, let's move on to the exterior design comparison. Now, moving on to a very important segment of this video, we now have the exterior design comparison, which is very, very important to me. So as you can see here, the 2001 castle sports a very round, very nice architecture that I'm really a big fan of. However, on the contrary, the 2021 version features square windows that I honestly am not too keen on. As you can see here from the outside, each castle sports the sand green roof color that I really, really like, actually. The sand green, in my opinion, adds a little bit of a pop to the rest of the build, considering that the rest of the set, in both cases, is just tan and gray. Seeing the sand green really pops out and gives it a very defining Hogwarts-like feature that I am very impressed by. Now, taking a closer look at each of the sets, let's start off with the Great Hall dining areas. Now, as you can see here, we have two different builds of the Hogwarts Great Hall. The one right here from 2001 features a very open and empty exterior design. You can quite literally just poke your fingers through there. I would have preferred having window pieces going along there, but honestly, as a 20-year-old Lego set, there isn't much you can ask for, for the time at least. It's still quite nice and captures Hogwarts very, very nicely. At the very top, we have this little hard, papery, plasticky kind of roof design, which I think looks all right. I would say that for the Great Hall dining area, from the outside at least, the 2021 version is far more superior. And for the Chamber of Secrets section, as you guys can see there, this part can actually open up. I'm sure you guys saw this before in my review and stuff like that. But anyway, it can still open up, which is quite nice. Featuring a little basilisk hole there. This set right here has some rock work there. You can't really do much with it. And yeah, that's pretty much it because it isn't really designed to be the Chamber of Secrets, as you guys will see from the inside. That's pretty much it for the exterior for each of these Great Hall builds. Taking a look at the inside for each of these, you tell me which one is better. It is very obvious that the 2021 version features so much more color, so much more design and intricate detail compared to the, I guess, rather barren Great Hall build here. It's not too barren. The fireplace build is quite nice. It can open and shut like so. And we have a rather nice interior design there featuring just a little fireplace there. Apart from that, we have a rather wonky headmaster chair, which looks kind of weird, and some line detailing for the columns and pillars and stuff like that. And apart from that, some very nice fire detailing there as well. And at the tippy top, we have the Slytherin banner, which can be turned around to show off the Gryffindor one. And yeah, of course, some detailing at the top there, a little mouse, very cute, an owl, a bat, and the papery roofs are actually very evident in the back, just adding more to the whole wonkiness of this set, which I guess isn't too terrible, but it is not perfect. Now, taking a look at the detail for the 2021 Hogwarts Castle, it just feels so warm and welcoming, unlike the very barren one in the 2001 model. And this fireplace is much smaller and cuter with some flames there as well. Very, very nice and adorable to see, and it really feels like home. And the banner here, unlike the other one, actually has all 4 of the Hogwarts houses on there, which just adds more to the representation that we know and love to see. And in the back there, we just have the Sorting Hat just chillin'. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the top. The roofing here is actually sturdy and brick built with the sand green color, and I think it looks very, very awesome. It's really hard to compare the Chamber of Secrets to the other set because you don't have it, but instead of the wonky rockwork, we actually have the very cool Salazar Slytherin head there, and the entrance to the chamber as well, which I actually have on the side. Let me go grab it. And there we have it, the entrance to the Chamber of Secrets, which attaches nicely to the rest of the set. Quite nice. For my final thoughts, comparing these two interior designs together, the 2021 version features a very warm and welcoming atmosphere, which I am a huge fan of. I personally prefer it much more over the older version, and I feel like it captures the whole Hogwarts atmosphere very, very nicely with the candles and the detailing on the fireplace and the very nice and inclusive banner. Apart from that, the older version is quite the gem, I suppose. I don't want to be too hard on it because it is 20 years old after all, but I'm really happy to see changes and differences in general because, you know, this is an evolution, if you will. You're going from this to this. And yeah, with that being said, let's move this aside and compare the tower portions of Hogwarts. Now moving on to the tower portion comparison of the Hogwarts castles. As you can see there in the older version, we have a mix of gray rockwork at the front there, featuring some tan as well. In general, the outside for that set looks a little bit blotchy and splotchy, if you will. There's a lot going on there in terms of exterior design and coloring, and I think it looks kind of messy compared side by side with the 2021 version, even with the window problem. But in general, I suppose that LEGO tried changing things up a little bit and making it seem a little more modern, but for a castle, you can't really make a castle modern, if you know what I'm saying. And at the top of each of these sets, we have a sand green roof design and some sand green highlights for each of the little towers and stuff like that. Not too bad. I think it looks really cool. And ignoring the fact that the windows are squares, I really love what's going on with the 2021 version. It looks so much cleaner and so much more modern, if you will, compared to the older version, and naturally so because it is 20 years older. Let's take a look at the inside and compare them like that. As you can see there side by side, the general structure of each of these sets both feature a very similar architecture. However, this set right here features a very nice, very spiral staircase. So let's get a close-up on them. Now, coming in a little closer here, we now have the top Astronomy Tower portion of each of these sets. The 2021 version features a very nice telescope and a stickered star sign there as well. And this one just features a very tiny telescope. Nothing too shabby, but it's very, very similar in the way that they're both designed and placed in the set. And at the top there we have a flag, while here we have it topped off with a very fancy cone and unicorn horn in sand green. And taking a look at the second level here, we have Gilderoy Lockhart's office and this little balcony. And right here we have a rather barren room, if you will, with a little playability feature that goes like this. Take this little lever, if you will, and push it up. And ta-da, we have 2 golden keys. It's obvious that there's a major difference in the interior design between both of these castles. Looking at this level right here, we have once again a very barren interior with a little balcony there. And right here, instead of having that, we just have Gilderoy Lockhart's classroom, which is a very big difference between both of these sets. This here is Gilderoy Lockhart's classroom, and this here is just like a little hallway, if you will. And if you turn this around, you actually have the fat lady, which is very nice, something that this set is lacking. But we are majorly compensated by a portrait of Gilderoy Lockhart painting himself. Right here in the older classic version, we have a little owlry, which looks quite nice. Again, built in a very modular fashion. Not too bad. And at the very bottom, we have another playability feature. So you just have to do this. And you can turn this little crystal clear chest around like so. Pretty cool. I like the hinge as well. And lastly, taking a look at the final segment of the set, we have this very nice light gray staircase, which I think looks rather nice. And again, a very barren interior once again. I mean, taking a look at this here and comparing it with this, there's a pretty big difference. I actually prefer this interior design, but knowing that this is the Chamber of Secrets, it is still very, very important to have. That slide is really fun to play with, let me tell you that. And to wrap up, the Astronomy Tower of the older castle looks like this. Very, very nice, very vintage. It's pretty obvious with the color scheme and the very barren detailing compared to the 2021 version, which by far has a lot more detailing, but sadly, most of them are made using stickers. But still, the architectural design is rather nice. Just wish there was a spiral staircase like this one here. That one is really awesome, and I feel like more could have been done with this build of the 2021 castle when compared to the older version. Before I wrap up the video, I figured I would give you guys my general thoughts. Now that we've taken a look at all of the inside details, I personally can't really decide which one I like better. I do love the inside of the newer version a lot actually, but at the same time, the older version has a special place in my heart because of nostalgia, so I guess that kind of clouds my vision. I can't help but smile while looking at it actually. The 2021 version is kind of to me because of the square windows, but in general, I guess nostalgia is gonna influence my decision here. So I guess it's a tie. I can't decide. I'll let you guys decide in the comments down below. And on that, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye for now.